Well, it looks like the PFL is trying to be the #1 MMA promotion since they signed Francis Ngannou, and obviously he got a lot of benefits in the side, which is amazing to hear for Francis. And there are rumors that the PFL are trying to purchase Bellator as well, which would be huge for the promotion with all those fighters like the Pitbulls, the Ryan Baders, the AJ McKees, the Usman Nurmagomedovs. It would be huge for them. And not just that, in a tweet recently on May 22nd, Davis alluded that the situation between the UFC and the PFL was similar to that of Blockbuster and Netflix before Netflix was well known.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's quite obvious that the PFL is coming for that #1 spot, but I am here to tell you that it won't ever happen. The #1 reason why is the brand of the UFC is too big. The average casual fan will look at the PFL the same way they will look at Bellator, especially because they're signing a lot of former UFC talent. I mean, besides Francis Ngannou, they've signed Verdun, Thiago Santos, Anthony Pettis, Marlon Moraes, Jeremy Steven, Shane Burgos, and even freaking Gleason Tebow. And I feel like the promotion should really promote their own fighters more than signing a bunch of former UFC talent. I think it's insane that the PFL has all this money and they're trying to get all these former UFC fighters, but they don't put as much money to their own marketing team. When was the last time you seen a PFL highlight? I seen highlights from one championship on social media, like these cool ass knockouts or some crazy Muay Thai stuff. And look, I get the term that you gotta spend money to make money, but how are they gonna make that money back that they are spending? Or should I say wasting with Francis Ngannou? And look, I am happy for Francis. He's got that big money deal. But I think this was a huge error from the PFL's part, especially when you look back and you see what Francis did in his last pay-per-view. He sold 300K. Mind you, this was a huge storyline with Ciryl Gane and the juggernaut brand known as the UFC. They were advertising the hell out of it, and it only did 300K. And usually a bad card of the UFC averages 200K. So let me ask you this, do you really think Francis is a draw? And if you look at the PFL's last and only pay-per-view so far, they only sold 20K. The UFC isn't sweating this at all. That and Francis Ngannou needs a dance partner. I mean, who is he gonna fight in the PFL that's marketable as just as him? And man, if that wasn't bad enough, the fact that you can't throw elbows in the PFL is a terrible look, man. I feel like this company is really taking a step back, man. And there are other content creators who are saying similar things, like Brendan Schaub or MMA Guru, who have been calling out the PFL for making mistakes. And we're not hating on the PFL, but we are in fact questioning their decision. And all I can say is maybe instead of buying another company or signing another UFC fighter, maybe the PFL should just focus on their own marketing, okay? Okay, they have a nice name, the PFL. That's beautiful professional MMA league name. That, and if you legalize elbows and maybe allow grounded knees, you know, be something different. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, man, I don't know what you guys are waiting for, and I'll see you guys on my next one.